Hello everyone, it's Jim Biringer here, NHLRumors.com. We're back for another video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, stay notified. We're talking about the Eastern Conference playoff race. Who wants in? Anyone, anybody, Bueller, anybody. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, great movie. By the way, because I am a movie buff like I am a hockey buff. So, does anybody want it? Who wants it the most? We know the Ottawa Senators are pretty much locked into wild card one in the Eastern Conference. We know the Western Conference is already set. St. Louis, Minnesota, they got the last two spots. Unless Calgary makes a charge, they're not getting in. Same with Vancouver. But over in the East, we love what we're seeing, right? Again, it's about 4 teams, 5 teams, if you want to bring in other teams, for one spot. Montreal Canadiens are right there. New York Rangers tied, but Montreal owns tiebreakers right now. They're back into the wild card spot. It is ridiculous how the last couple of years the Eastern Conference playoff race has come down to the final weeks and days. And this is why on NHLRumors.com, I agree with Gary Bettman. No need to change the playoff format. No need to expand the playoffs because it devalues your regular season. And out of the best of the rest, whoever misses, are they worthy to be in the playoffs? Probably not. And you don't need to expand and have a play-in round when this is your play-in round because every game, every point matters. So we look at it right now. Montreal Canadiens occupy the last playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. New York Rangers right behind them. Columbus Blue Jackets, Detroit Red Wings, and the New York Islanders. And the New York Islanders are starting to fall off. The pilot light, to quote great Russ Cohen, is out. I think the Islanders, after that controversial loss to the Columbus Blue Jackets with the goalie interference, right after the GM's meeting, I think that took a lot of steam out of them. And they can't have not recovered mentally from that loss. It's just been too tough to recover from. Detroit's right there. When you think they're there, they're not. They can't close the deal. They're a few points back. Columbus is hanging around. The Rangers are hanging around. So it feels like it's a 3-4 team race because the Islanders are kind of out of it right now. The Montreal Canadiens, to me, seem to want it the most. They're playing meaningful hockey, and the city of Montreal deserves it. The city of Montreal is electric. And if you've heard these last couple games at the Bell Center, the way they've come back, Nick Suzuki, the way they came back against Colorado, that's what you want come playoff time. That's why you want Original Six franchises in the playoffs. The Bell Center was electric. Springtime in Montreal, there's nothing like it. Nothing beats it because those fans are so passionate. And Nick Suzuki stepped up. Lane Hudson, what he's doing. Rookie defenseman hitting 60 points. Setting a franchise record, 57 assists as a rookie. He's 3 away from Larry Murphy. Cole Caulfield going to hit 40. Slavkovsky stepping up. Brendan Gallagher going to be on pace for 20 goals. Everybody has stepped up and played a certain way. They just don't have that backup goalie that they need. Sam Montembeault is going to run out of steam. If they do make the playoffs, it could be one and done for them, whoever they play. But it's going to be a great story. The Rangers are the most dangerous team because of the goaltending. But they're such a mess all season, and they've been a mess. If they could get it together and they could ride their hot goalie, they could do some damage and can get in, but they're probably still one and done too. Everybody's been waiting for Detroit to take the next step. What's wrong with the Yzer plan, right? It's like the Shannon plan in Toronto. Except Toronto's made the playoffs, Detroit hasn't. And every time they get close, they just miss out. Last year, they missed out because of tiebreakers. It's always an injury, a losing streak at the wrong time that costs the Detroit Red Wings a chance at the playoffs. But with the talent that they have on that team, especially bringing back Patty Kane, you have the Dylan Larkins, the Alex DeBrinkets, the Mo Siders, the Lucas Raymonds, but the goaltending, you have Cam Talbot, but Alex Lyon's been the guy recently. And you know, Buffalo. Maybe if you change the goalie to James Reimer earlier, you never know. I mean, they kind of have a shot, but they don't. Buffalo's not getting it. It's 14 straight years they missed. But sticking on the teams that are in it, and then Columbus just a feel-good story after you get Gudbranson back, after you get Sean Monahan back. But the Canadiens seem to be playing the best. Again, these comebacks, this is what makes everything so fun during these playing games right now that set the tone for everything that once the playoffs come, once the regular season ends on April 17th. And I think the Eastern Conference playoff race will come down to April 17th. Because it just will, just because the teams and the games and the points, they matter so very, very much. But if you look at it, it feels like Montreal But again, it changes hour to hour, minute to minute, day to day, game to game, because there's games teams lose they shouldn't lose. And there's teams that win games they shouldn't win. And we saw it with Pittsburgh a couple years ago. They missed out to Florida. Why? Because they lost to bad teams. And if you lose to bad teams and you're in the mix, then you don't make the playoffs. So it's anybody's guess right now. Montreal slight clubhouse lead, but a losing streak, winning streak could bring somebody back into this thing. They could go out of it. You know what Canada wants. You know what the people want in Montreal. Ottawa, Toronto could be the field. We know Toronto probably needs that 1 seed and win the division, just because you don't have to play both Florida teams on the way to the Stanley Cup and the Eastern Conference Final if they get there. So to me, it's going to come down to probably Columbus, the Rangers, and Montreal. And right now, leaning Montreal, but that could change. And again, the Rangers are the most dangerous team because of the goalie. But the inconsistent play has me worried because, yeah, you beat Minnesota. What are you going to do against New Jersey? So on and so forth. So right now, lean Montreal. They've taken the right steps. They've done the rebuild the right way. Look out come playoff time if the Canadians get in the playoffs. This has been Jim Biringer here, looking at how the East could be won. Does anybody guess right now here on NHLRumors.com? Again, like, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned, get notified. We'll be back again real soon. Take care.